For over 1,000 years, the Roman Empire stood as one of the most powerful civilizations in human history. From its humble beginnings on the banks of the Tiber River to its monumental achievements and ultimate collapse, the story of Rome is one of ambition, glory, and lessons for the ages. This is the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. Our story begins in 753 BCE with the legendary tale of Romulus and Remus. Twins raised by a she-wolf, they founded a city destined for greatness. Named after Romulus, emerged as a small settlement surrounded by 7 hills, but its ambitions knew no bounds. Rome's early years were shaped by its monarchy, ruled by a series of Etruscan kings. These kings introduced important cultural and architectural advancements, such as the construction of the Cloaca Maxima, one of the world's earliest sewage systems, which still exists today. In 509 BCE, the Romans overthrew their last king, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, marking the dawn of the Roman Republic. This transition was not just political, it was a reimagining of how power was shared. Guided by a senate and consuls, Rome embarked on a new experiment in governance that would inspire countless societies in the centuries to come. The Republic's structure, however, was far from perfect. It favored the patricians, Rome's aristocratic class, over the plebeians or common people. This imbalance would sow seeds of conflict that would echo throughout Roman history. Despite its internal struggles, Rome began expanding its influence, first over neighboring Latin tribes and eventually over the entire Italian peninsula. This growth was driven by a disciplined army, an intricate road network, and the unshakable Roman belief in their destiny to rule. Rome's ambition brought it into conflict with Carthage, a wealthy city-state in North Africa. The Punic Wars, spanning over a century, were among the most decisive conflicts in ancient history. The First Punic War began in 264 BCE over control of Sicily. Although Carthage had a superior navy, Rome's innovative Corvus boarding device turned naval battles into infantry engagements, securing their victory. The Second Punic War brought one of history's greatest generals, Hannibal, into the spotlight. His audacious crossing of the Alps with war elephants remains legendary. For nearly 2 decades, Hannibal ravaged the Italian countryside, but Rome's resilience under leaders like Scipio Africanus eventually turned the tide. By the end of the Third Punic War, Carthage was utterly destroyed, and Rome emerged as the unchallenged power of the Mediterranean. This victory marked the beginning of Rome's transformation into a global empire. With Carthage vanquished, Rome's territories expanded rapidly, stretching from Spain to Greece and beyond. But with this expansion came challenges. The Republic's political system, designed for a city-state, struggled to manage the complexities of an empire. Economic inequality deepened as wealthy landowners consolidated power, pushing small farmers into poverty. These social tensions gave rise to reformers like the Gracchus brothers, whose attempts to redistribute land ended in their violent deaths. Amidst this turmoil, military leaders like Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus rose to prominence. Their ambitions ultimately led to a series of civil wars. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE, Rome descended into chaos. But out of this chaos emerged Octavian, later known as Augustus. As Rome's first emperor, Augustus ushered in a new era, the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire's golden age, known as the Pax Romana, was marked by peace, prosperity, and cultural achievements. Roads connected distant provinces, aqueducts brought water to cities, and monumental structures like the Colosseum and Pantheon symbolized Rome's grandeur. Emperors like Trajan expanded the empire to its greatest extent, while Hadrian consolidated its borders and left a legacy of architectural wonders, including Hadrian's Wall in Britain. Yet beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Corruption, over-reliance on slave labor, and the ever-present threat of rebellion and invasion foreshadowed Rome's eventual decline. By the 3rd century CE, the Roman Empire was under immense pressure. Political instability led to a rapid turnover of emperors, many of whom met violent ends. External threats, like the Goths and Vandals, exploited Rome's weakening borders. The sack of Rome in 410 CE by Alaric was a symbolic blow, and by 476 CE, the last Western emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer. While the Western Empire crumbled, the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, preserved Rome's legacy for nearly a millennium. The rise and fall of the Roman Empire is a story of ambition, innovation, and resilience. It teaches us that even the greatest powers are not immune to the forces of time and change. Rome's legacy endures in our laws, languages, and architecture. Its whispers still echo through the ages.